ISU presentation for Murder on the Orient Express, written by Agatha Christie. Table of contents. First, we'll talk about the book intro and what it's about. Second, we'll talk about the author, who is Agatha Christie. Third, we'll talk about the major ideas and what's important to know. And lastly, we'll do a Kahoot, so pay attention. Book introduction. What is it about? The book is called Murder on the Orient Express. It's by Agatha Christie and was published January 1st, 1934. The story revolves around a fictional famous Belgian detective, Hercule Poirot, as he investigates a murder that occurs on the luxurious Orient Express during its journey from Istanbul to Calais. About the book. Hercule Poirot boards the Orient Express after urgently being called to a case, murder on the Nile. Though on the way, a man was murdered after asking Poirot to protect him, of which Poirot had refused. As he tries his best to make sense of the case, traps are set to throw him in every direction, shocking readers with the detective's conclusion.
Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. Overall, she has amazing novel to her name. And this is certainly one of her most famous novels, not just because of the movie novel or of the movie adaptations that have happened from the book, but also because of the just attention that the book gets because of the twists in the book. Then as the book starts unfolding, I started realizing how genius all the moves were, the way she starts unfolding the information, the way that you learn something about each of the passengers on board of the train, and how it changes your perspective of what's happening, and how by the end of the book it all comes together, and you're like, oh, that's genius, that is a great way to pull that off. But man, is it a top tier in terms of just being a mystery novel, just being great storytelling for me. I think that she does a wonderful job with this book. I won't give away the spoiler because if you don't know, it is worth it to read this book and have the experience of the surprise of it. But the basic premise of this book is that on the Orient Express, there is a businessman who is murdered, and it turns out that this businessman has a connection to another murder in the past. And so it all becomes who murdered this man, who finally did. And it's really fascinating the way that she is able to write all the characters, make them all really believable, really you feel sad for them because you don't like this guy that's murdered. And so it's almost like you're kind of glad that he's murdered, but at the same time you feel that you need to know because you feel like it's your duty when you're reading a murder mystery to know who was the murderer. So it's just really a fascinating book all around, and it has one of the great twists in literature because it's very hard to pull this off. There's a reason why they call Agatha Christie the Queen of Mystery. For certain, certainly keeps the title with this book. So I'd give it like a 9.3 or 9.2 out of 10. A 9.2 for Christie is probably an average rating for one of her books, but for any other author they'd kill to get that from a reader.
Author. Who is Agatha Christie? Born September 15th, 1890, Agatha Christie was a British author known for her 66 detective novels and 14 short story collections, specifically those revolving around Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. Did you know? Agatha Christie is the best-selling novelist in history behind William Shakespeare and the Bible. She also received virtually no formal education compared to her two older siblings. Thirdly, she was the subject of a huge manhunt. She had went missing for 11 days and claimed to have no recollection of what happened. And fourth, she occasionally used the pseudonym of Mary Westmacott. Major ideas. What's important to know? The main theme. There are quite a few different ideas on the book, some of which include morality, identity, and insufficiency of law. Though the one that seems to be most prominent is justice. Poirot is used to a world of black and white where things are either right or wrong. Though in this case, he encounters morally gray individuals who he seems to have difficulty judging. Main conflict. The main conflict is explicitly the murder that takes place, the murder of Ratchet. The murder affects all passengers aboard the train. They're all somehow related by a past murder incident, making them all suspects, even Poirot himself. They each have something to hide and a real reason to want Ratchet dead, making it difficult for Poirot to figure out who did it. More information, some extra interesting stuff I found. Inspiration. The tragic plot of the past murder in the book, the murder of Daisy Armstrong, was actually based on a real kidnapping and murder of Charles Lindbergh's 1-year-old son. The incident occurred right before Agatha Christie started writing the book. She also loosely inspired some of the interactions on the Orient Express based on her own experiences on it. What moral values are connected to our lives within the book? Honesty. Honesty, speaking and acting truthfully, is more than not lying, deceiving, stealing, or cheating. It entails showing respect towards others and having integrity and self-awareness. Compassion. Compassion literally means to suffer together. Among emotion researchers, it is defined as the feeling that arises when you're confronted with another's suffering and feel motivated to relieve that suffering. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is willfully putting aside feelings of resentment towards someone who has committed a wrong, been unfair or hurtful, or otherwise harmed you in some way.